that have flexibility. And I think when you look at the players that we signed, one, they got linked to them. They can play more than one spot. And I think that's real critical because this day and age, my philosophy has always been get the next best player on the field.
Right.
So as you rank your players 1 through 40 on the defensive side of the ball, how can you get the next best player on the field? And if you go back and kind of look at the history when I was at Georgia, we probably had in the last 28 games, we probably had 24 different lineups because injuries and situations are going to happen, and to say you got to play a player because he knows that position best sometimes isn't the best thing. So we like to get guys that got some flexibility, guys that got some growth potential to go either way.
Right.
And the thing about guys with length is they have the ability to rush the passer, and when you're going to be a team that's going to be ahead in the fourth quarter, that's a critical thing to be able to finish teams off. So I really like the flexibility of the guys we got. They can play inside or outside, and we'll just kind of work them and kind of see how they all fit.
How difficult? And 20 days or whatever. I don't even know for you, probably less than that. It's a difficult task to put together.
It was pretty difficult. It was basically 2 weeks and a couple days.
Yeah.
But we hit the ground running, and I felt like we got some really good players at the end there. We had a few players that were committed already that kind of verified that they were going to stay with us, which was a good thing. And I think the big thing is just take the players that you got and develop them. And if you do that, everything's going to be fine.
Defensive tackle kind of needs still coach. It's nice to have a couple spots open.
I think it's good. When I was at Georgia my first year there was a guy named Jarvis Jones that came available in the spring, and all of a sudden he ended up having 28 sacks in 2 years for us.
Right.
So I think it's always a good thing to have an available spot because guys end up getting eligible late. Sometimes guys fall through the cracks, but I think you always want to have that flexibility because you, one, can either use it this year or you can always wait and save it and bring a guy in mid-year next year and count him back in your class. So, the big thing is I think when you look to sign a guy, rather than looking at stars and things like that, the biggest thing is I always ask myself when I'm watching it, can this guy help us win an ACC championship?
Right.
And if he can do that, then we want to sign him. So, moving forward, that's kind of the question we're going to always ask when we're looking at